All right, so here's a thought for you. What could an ancient storyteller, a bard, possibly have to do with a modern day coach? It sounds like a stretch, but believe me, the connection is surprisingly deep, and it tells us something really powerful about how we change and grow.
I mean, it really does feel like two completely different worlds, right? One is all about epic poems around a campfire, the other is maybe whiteboards and 5 year plans. But what if I told you they both rely on the exact same fundamental skill? Yeah, it all comes down to the power of a good story. So, let's dive into the central idea, the coach as a kind of modern day bard. The link here isn't about giving advice or telling someone what to do. Nope, it's about something way more fundamental that they both share. And here it is. This is the single most important connection. It's not about performance, it's all about presence. You see, both the bard and the coach are masters at creating this unique, safe space. Think of it like a bubble of complete focus and trust, where a story can finally be heard, looked at, and maybe even rewritten. Okay, so how does this actually work? Well, the first big idea is that both the bard and the coach act as a special kind of mirror. Their job isn't to create meaning, but to reflect it back in a way that can finally be seen clearly. You can just see how perfectly these processes line up. The bard, they take the raw material of the tribe's life, all the wins, the losses, the drama, and weaves it into a story that makes sense. Well, the coach does the exact same thing, but for one person. They listen, not to fix anything, but to reflect back the patterns that we're just too close to see ourselves. It gives you that crucial bird's eye view of your own life. Mirrors of meaning. I just love that phrase. It's so perfect. It's not about being told what to see. It's about finally being given a clear reflection so you can see what's already there. The answers aren't coming from the outside. They're being lit up from within. So what happens when you see that reflection? Well, this mirroring, it's not a passive thing at all. It's a catalyst. This is the moment a story stops being just a description of the past and becomes this incredibly powerful tool for shaping your future. Now, this is a total game changer of an idea. Back in ancient oral traditions, when a bard called someone a hero, it wasn't just a compliment. It actively changed that person's reality. The story literally shaped them. And that exact same principle is right at the heart of effective coaching. And this shows you exactly how that process works. So often, a person comes to a coach with a really fixed story about themselves. The coaching process helps them shift that narrative from a static, this is who I am, to a dynamic, this is who I am becoming. And when that story changes, your behavior naturally follows suit. Not because you're forcing it, but because it finally fits your new, bigger story. And this is why it's so much more effective than just getting advice. Look, advice is like someone handing you their map. A narrative shift is about recalibrating your own internal compass. The coach helps you redraw your own map, so the new direction feels totally natural, not like you're following someone else's orders. And that's why the change actually sticks. But, and this is a big but, wielding this kind of narrative power comes with a huge amount of responsibility. This isn't just some clever technique. It's an ethical duty that demands a very, very specific kind of presence. In both of these roles, the ego just has to take a back seat. The bard was never the hero of the epic, right? They were the vessel, the conduit for the community's story. In the exact same way, a truly masterful coach doesn't show off with flashy techniques. Their power is in their ability to just be present, to hold that space for the client's story to come out. There's a fantastic term for this skill, meta-presence. It's the art of being fully there for someone without taking up their space. You're not injecting your own ideas, your own agenda. You are simply the frame, and you're letting their painting take center stage. And the tools for this work, just simple words, are incredibly high stakes. A bard's poem could make or break a king's reputation forever, and in the same way, a coach's careless phrase could reinforce a limiting belief, that prison identity, while one really well-chosen question could open up a whole new world of possibility. This really just gets to the heart of it all. In coaching, language is never just a tool, it is an act of responsibility. Every question you ask, every reflection you offer, is a demonstration of care and a recognition of the profound trust that person has placed in you. So, where does all this lead? What's the end game of this whole bardic approach to coaching? What does a person actually walk away with at the end of the day? Well, the goal is not for the coach to become the storyteller for the client. It's the exact opposite. It's all about helping the client find the lost thread of their own story and then handing the pen right back to them. The whole point is to help them move from being a passive character in a story that's just happening to them to becoming the active author of the story they actually want to live. And if you had to boil this entire idea down to one single thought, it would be this: I don't change your life. I help you hear what story is asking to be told within you. It's a process of uncovering, of helping you tune into the narrative that's been waiting inside you all along. And so that naturally leaves us with one final question for you. If you were to listen really closely right now, what new narrative is waiting to emerge in your own life? What story is asking to be told by you?